You do not suck at fitness, or anything for that matter. Well, maybe there's a couple of things, but you don't suck at fitness. Listen to this little story and let me tell you kind of where I'm from and my background with fitness and my relationship with fitness. So when I was younger and when I was at school, I kind of grew up with this notion that I was rubbish at sport. And I was led to believe that I was rubbish at sport. You know, where you're the last to be chosen for teams, where they take you on an away game and tell you that you may or may not get a chance to play and get put on the sideline. And you know that they don't want to play you because you know that you're not as good as the other girls. This is literally what happened to me. I got put on a bus and a coach with some other girls. I was the only player actually that didn't get put on the field. I was the only player. So I went the whole day and I sat on the sidelines. And I know why I didn't get put on the field, because I wasn't as good as the other girls. And that was something that was then ingrained into me, that I was rubbish. I was rubbish at anything to do with fitness, with sport, with exercise. My thing at the time that I loved was dancing. And for me, that, yes, it was fitness, but for me, that was my little escape. But I always wanted to be on the rounders team, the cricket team, the hockey team, the netball team. But then it came to a point, like probably year 10, year 11, where I just lost my confidence. I had it ingrained in me that I was that rubbish. There was no point in trying. And when anyone would pass a ball to me, I'd just freak out, basically. And I didn't, it was the fear of failure. The fear of failure was ingrained in me. And so many people come to our squad with the same history or a similar history to myself, where they've grown up with this really poor relationship with sport and fitness from school and from their school days, and they just think they're going to be rubbish and use it as a barrier to getting fitter, because they're worried about being rubbish at the class or at trying something new. And I want to tell you that nobody sucks at fitness, and everyone starts somewhere. And I don't want anybody ever to feel how I felt growing up with sport and feeling excluded and feeling rubbish and literally at the bottom of the pile, to the point where I had no confidence to even try. I don't want anyone to ever feel like that. So what we do at our squad is we do loads of different classes. So there really is something for everyone. And there's lots of classes where you can, say if you want to work on your cardio fitness, there are loads of classes where you can come in, you can take options, you can sit out for a little bit. I mean, online, it's not like you're having to do the walk of shame and walking out of a gym class. You can literally do a few minutes, leave the class, or take a few moments out and join back in, or the next week add a few minutes on. Whatever you want to do is absolutely fine. And there are classes that are more gentle, where you can build it up. I always make sure I give options, and when we do things like Pilates, for example, I understand that not everyone has had a chance to build up their core strength. I understand that lots of people have back injuries and shoulder injuries and super tight hips, that they can't do all of the moves, and that's okay. And I always emphasize that in my class. If there's a move that doesn't feel right for you and your body, you don't do it. You just don't do it. You can go back to a previous move, you can do something else, or you can work at building it up. Take things at your own pace in your own time. And this is something that I feel very, very strongly about, because everybody starts somewhere. You can't compare your day one with somebody else's day 365. It doesn't work like that. And you shouldn't be comparing with other people anyway, because some people might have been out of fitness for 3 months and their bodies just bounced back in. Other people might not have really ever done formal fitness, or they may have been out of it for, gosh, I don't know, maybe 2 years or whatever. It doesn't matter. Everyone starts somewhere, and don't compare yourself with anyone else. You're on your own journey anyway. But I just wanted to emphasize that. And I want our online squad to be a place where everyone comes and they feel safe. They feel safe to do whatever they want to do, to try new things and to give it a go, and know that everyone is going to be behind them and supporting them and be encouraging them. So no, you don't suck at fitness. Everyone starts somewhere, and if you do feel like you want that safe place to start to build your fitness up, then please do get in touch. We're actually starting another intake for our 6-week course on the 19th of June. So if you're watching this and this has really resonated with you, and you want to improve your fitness and your health, then please do get in touch. Please get in touch and have a little chat. We can tell you all about it. And if you know someone who is in a similar situation and maybe they feel a little bit scared or a bit nervous or a bit conscientious, then make sure you tell them that this is really a safe place. So there's my little story. Let me know if you've ever had any experience of that. Now, it might have just been a poor experience from me, but from what I've heard from some other people, I know that I'm not alone in this too. So let me know if you've ever experienced anything like that. And if you're wondering what the sport was, it was hockey. Yeah, bad times. Bad times, but hey, it didn't put me off completely. I don't play hockey, by the way. Yeah, I didn't go back to hockey. But I mean in terms of keeping active, keeping fit and trying new things. And actually, do you know what? I'm a beginner myself at the moment. I know how it feels. I am a beginner in triathlon. I know I've been blabbing on a little bit now, but I think this is important to say. And I think it's important to be a beginner at different things, because it literally forces you out of your comfort zone. And that is where you learn to grow in so many ways, like more ways than you'd ever really realize. So yeah, here I am doing triathlon. Never done it before in my life. I'm scared too, but do you know what? That's kind of exciting. So if you want to be scared but excited, do come and join us. Or if you've got any questions, do message me. And I hope that has given you a little bit of inspiration, even if it's not to join us, just to go out there and just do it. Just do it. You don't suck. You're amazing.